That's why, you know, someone's asking me, well, how would people describe me at work? And they probably say that I'm, you know, a jokester, personable, and they probably call me a troublemaker. But I always say that I never was brought up on any charges. And troublemaker basically means a compliment as a change agent, because I would go, well, wait a second. The way this is structured, I get it, but the outcome isn't what it's designed for, so we need to change it. And here's some ways to change it. Sometimes, in my experience, I've had to force the department to change as president of Black Firefighters. And as a result, the chief wasn't listening, so the chief and all of his command staff got fired. And we made all these system changes that were based on fairness for people. Access, inclusion, promotions, diversity, all that kind of stuff. Yes, sir.
Well, that's an initiative. How do we deal with or manage the process when individuals are individuals or the subordinates use the initiative, but the outcome is not what is desired or it doesn't work. So it may end up being a cost, not necessarily a cost. How do we deal with it? Because I know sometimes if it's not managed correctly, and then you're not going to use that person.
Accept it.
Okay.
Well, accept it.
What do you think?
Accept the failures and learn from them.
Everybody heard that? He just cut right to the chase. He go, hey, that's it. Get over it. Shit. Accept it and learn from it. Yeah, that could be the case. Analyze what your intent was and how you were approaching it and what was missing. Don't take it personal. Stay on the balcony as leaders. You know, something doesn't go right. Stay up here and continue to lead. Don't get down on the floor and start duking it out. Stay up here and keep leading. Looking always into the future. That's what change agents do. They try something. Oh shit, that didn't work. Oh well. We try something else. What did I learn from it? Yes, sir.
I'd like to share an experience I had. I'd like some feedback too.
Okay.
Which, even if the event was fast, for the guiding us, I could have directed the match differently. We had a particular program on Ireland that I wanted back from my senior officers. So in terms of messaging, I asked my deputy fire chief to communicate with the next tier of officers. At that meeting, he communicated with them, but not as clearly as I would like, but yes, the information to them. And then finally, we started to roll out that particular issue. And the feedback that I got from this tier of officers was that they were not properly informed. So initially, my thought was that they were complaining unreasonably.
Okay.
But then I knew that if I took that approach, I would have got more resistance from them. And it would have given them, it would have qualified their excuse for participation. So what I did was I called them into a meeting, and I actually admitted to wrong where, in honesty, I felt that I wasn't wrong.
Yeah.
But I was prepared to make myself, more vulnerable than I normally am. And I did that. As a matter of fact, I started by coaching the band, speaking about, one person is different, Jesus. We are all sinners, and I got it wrong. And I said it in a way that was far worse than I really thought I was. But I did that, and I think the kind of response that I got from them was that essentially everybody decided to come on board. And that was quite an experience for me, because I thought that if I didn't take that approach, I would not have gotten the line. I'm just wondering if there's probably a little bit more about it, or what
I don't have any, I mean, what is the group then?
You get it and
Yeah, I don't have any feedback. It's like,
like I say, if I understood, what I was doing, how the department says is that maybe we can work a little bit more with, say, the people who we actually do it, maybe you say he probably wasn't on board yet, so maybe we have to sell it, sell it to him more, and then he could actually take it down, to the next 7 maybe that's when they might have
Was he on board? Let's assume that.
That's a good question. Probably that was kind of the problem. He wasn't as on board as he should have been.
Yeah, so,
But
okay.
one of the things that I went away with was that, it just provoked it, as we're speaking of flexibility, is that there are times as leaders, we really need to extend ourselves almost beyond reason to achieve the objective that we desire.
Being unreasonable, that's a powerful distinction. Unreasonable in terms of helping individuals achieve what it is that they're trying to achieve through your direction. Unreasonable from the standpoint of continuous support. I am unreasonably committed to you in this effort. And I'm also flexible. And as you said, when something goes wrong and you recognize that it didn't work out the way you wanted it to because your messenger wasn't properly qualified, that the first thing you did was you took it on as like this is on me. And so you step back and you do a self-assessment like, okay, what is it that I can do different? So that gives you some space for action to go forward. When you stop and go, what can I do differently? Now you operate from the balcony, you got some space to go forward. With regard to the individual, that's a conversation you have with him or her to find out what it is that they were doing, but more importantly, how were they doing it? And then perhaps when they describe that, remember the questions that we're asking? What was your intention? How were you trying to achieve it? What was the outcome? When you start to ask those types of questions, guess what happens? You start to see the gaps. And you go, oh. So next time we'll put it in writing.
You know what happens sometimes too? When I'm directed